Students, today we are going to study tides and ocean currents. This is chapter number 10. This is unit 3, hydrosphere. This is of class 9 and this is of class 9, a text of ICC geography called Reproduction. So let's start with the chapter. So we will study our introduction meaning of hydrosphere. So hydrosphere refers to the mass of the water occupying the greatest part of the Earth's surface. So oceans which are interconnected, they cover about 71% of the Earth, and hydrosphere includes everything: the oceans, the river, the lakes, and they major four components of the realms of the Earth: that is atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. Basically, Earth is a watery planet because 71%, as we know, it's covered by water. And next is the distribution of land and water all over the world in the Earth. So that is 71% water and 29% Earth in the northern hemisphere. And southern hemisphere is equally nearly 15 times as much water as land. And there is some points concerning the distribution of land and water, and that is there is an antipodal arrangement. It's an antipodal arrangement of land and water. In nearly every instances, if there is land on one part of the globe, so you can see any part of the globe. If there is a land there, there is the ocean there. In Antarctica also there is land, so there is not ocean but there is freezed ice. And even in the North Polar region, ocean is opposite to the Antarctic landmass. Okay, so the oceans of the Earth serve many functions, especially affecting the weather and temperature. Next comes the ocean currents and the circulation. So there is a regular movement in the ocean which is of two types. As we know, there is horizontal and the vertical. Okay, the movements are mainly caused due to the combination of two combined action. First is density and next are the winds. So the density of the seawater, it depends on the temperature, and the amount of the salt means how much salt would be present in the water is equal to the density of that sea, and the temperature also rises when evaporation is high and rainfall is low, as in the Red Sea, and when water is cold, as in the polar areas. Movement of ocean water and ocean currents. Ocean currents is the general movement of the mass, that is the definite direction, and the land surface that heats more rapidly and intensely. And at a global scale, ocean currents help in maintaining the Earth's heat balance by transferring heat from lower to higher latitudes. So, according to one estimate, ocean currents account for a quarter of the total heat transport in the oceans, and wind accounts for the remaining 3/4. Okay. Next comes the causes of the ocean currents. There are many causes. First is the planetary wind. That is the prevailing winds in different parts of the world, and because of the Coriolis effect in the northern hemisphere, as you see in the sky, and the flow of the periphery of an ocean basin is guided because of that also. And most of the ocean currents of the world flow the direction of the prevailing permanent or the planetary wind. The Gulf of Stream in the Atlantic Ocean and the Kuroshio in the Pacific, this is in the north, and of the anti-trade, and many ocean currents are driven by frictions between the winds. Then there is a variation in seawater temperatures. There are different variations, as we know. There is horizontal and vertical distribution, and in general the temperature decreases from the equator towards the pole, and from the surface towards the bottom of the seas and oceans. So in the equatorial region, the density of the water, it decreases. Why? Because due to the high temperature, and there is negatively correlation between the temperature as received and the density of water is which means the temperature lower the density of water, and vice versa. The contrary to this, there is a movement of the ocean water that is to the colder in the form of the subsurface, that is current from the colder polar areas, that is in the Kuroshio. And next there is the causes variations in sea water salinity, which produces the ocean currents. So there is a low salinity between the sea water, and it is in many seas. It is Atlantic, Mediterranean Sea, see. Next cause is the rotation of the earth from west to east. The earth causes on its axis from west to east, so there is a Coriolis effect. So there is rotation of the earth, and next there is in the northern and the southern poles also. The last cause is the configuration of coastline. So the shape and the configuration of the coastline also have an influence of the direction of the movement of the ocean current. That's for today's video. Give it a thumbs up, like this video and subscribe to my channel, and do comment down if you have any doubt. So thanks for watching, and like, share, subscribe. Bye bye.